don't forget to overthink the best case scenario as well. So many of us overthink the worst case scenario so many times. The fears, the doubts, the what ifs. What if everything goes wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if people make fun of me? What if all these negative things? But what if we overthought the best case scenarios? The what if it does work? The what if it all goes right? What if the risk pays off? What if everything works out and everybody loves me? What if success is inevitable? But we fill ourselves with these fears. We fill ourselves with these doubts, and we rehearse the failures. We worry ourselves sick, worry ourselves to death, and we overthink and we never move. We become petrified in trying to do anything. The mind, where you focus your mind, that's your direction. And you can feel and think the worst case scenario and manifest that, or you can think and move in the direction of the best case scenario, that everything is working out for you, that everything is aligning in time and space that you cannot see, that everything that you touch is going to turn to gold, that everything that you try to do is going to work out. And just have that belief, whether it's delusion, whether it's whatever it might be. But when it comes to the worst case scenario, we have the greatest imagination. We can think of every way it can go wrong. We can think of all the humiliation that we'll face. We can think of all the embarrassment that we'll feel. We can think of all the mistakes, the failures that we've done in the past, and how it can correlate to now and keep expanding and get worse. And we have this great imagination when it comes to us worrying. We have this great imagination when it comes to how can we fail, how can we lose, and we know how to plan it almost. But when it comes to doing things that are going to work out, then we become realistic. Then we begin to not get our hopes up. Then we begin to just all this, like, we begin to halt. We really hold our dreams. We hold our desires. We start playing small. We start shrinking ourselves to fit expectations. But when has expectations ever not exceeded your belief, not exceeded what you're willing to try to accomplish? But when you get delusional, or like I like to call it, you're just optimistic. You just believe in yourself. You start to learn to play on your own team and be like, you know what? I'm capable of these things. I'm deserving and capable, and I'm going to work towards it. I have the belief in myself enough that I'm going to take action, that I'm going to become consistent, that I'm going to be disciplined throughout until I win, until I manifest this, until it becomes tangible, whatever it might be, however you have to tell yourself. But so many of us, we think of the worst case scenario. It's like we fall in love with what can go wrong. We start believing what can go wrong more than anything, to the point where we ultimately won't even take action. We won't even begin the process of achieving the dream, of achieving the thing that we want, because we've talked ourselves out of it. We believed, we succumb to the fact of doubt versus belief. You have you have doubt and you have belief. Which one are you going to feed? Which one are you going to give mental fortitude over, like put your mental energy into? And which one are you going to physically believe? Because to believe, you have to take action. Doubt, you don't have to take action. Doubt is just, you just never start. You just, all right, I'm scared. All right, I don't believe in myself. All right, I'm not capable. All right, people are going to laugh at me, and you just choose not to start. But with belief, you're forced to put some skin in the game. You're forced to take the risk. But the risk will be rewarded if you believe it, if you just take the action and begin. So start, believe in yourself, and overthink the best case scenario too. Put that in your mind. You constant thoughts of you winning, constant thoughts of you being successful, constant thoughts of everything working out greater than you think is even possible. Start filling your head with that. Start prioritizing those thoughts versus what can go wrong, and worrying about what the worst can happen. Anyway, this was consistency day 440. I hope you got something from this message. If you did, I encourage you to like, share, comment, subscribe. And other than that, I wish you all peace and blessings on the journey.